Previously on Urban Gun Reviews. What's going on YouTube? Urban Gun Reviews, and today on the channel I'll be doing my first thoughts about the Hi-Point C9. Alright, now I got this pistol to review, so it's a review unit, but I got the option to buy it. So Hi-Point sent me this. There was no strings attached, no hey, you gotta say this, you can't say this. It was them having confidence in their product and to send me the product and say, hey, you review it, you tear it down, you praise it, you do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? We just want you to give it an honest review. So that's it. You know what I mean? So I respected that. And I was glad that I reached out to him, because when a company really gives you no guidelines as far as reviewing their products, and they say, hey, do what you gotta do, review it, and that's it, you know what I mean? And that shows confidence, because a lot of companies that I've dealt with, not even all for like the gun industry, but on my tech channel, you know, getting products from certain companies, and they're like, well, you can't say this, you don't talk about that, or only talk about this, you know what I mean? And Hi-Point had a lot of confidence in their firearm to say, hey, say whatever you want to say, review it, and it is what it is. So I gotta respect that, and gotta tip my hats off to them and say good luck on sending me the firearm. So first thing, this is a first impressions video. So my initial impression, as soon as I took it out the box, was that it's super heavy. That's the first thing that I realized, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure anybody who's never held a Hi-Point C9 pistol, when you pick one up, that's going to be your first initial thought. If you never heard anything about it, or if you heard, you know, the rumors, or they, you know, they're crap or whatever, this is going to be your first thought, I guarantee. Super heavy. I make jokes with people when I say, hey, if you ever ran out of bullets with this, you can just throw it at somebody, you know what I mean, and it might do the job. And that's just, you know, a little humor, for real. But this is a really heavy firearm, and it is safety checked. I haven't loaded any rounds in the magazine, so we ain't got to worry about no accidental fires or anything. So that's the first thing, really heavy. The second thing that I noticed is that it's clunky, and when I say clunky, I mean clunky. Like, if you know what I mean, that's not really what I would consider normal, you know. And I was trying to find it. I was like, what is that? It's rattling like that. And if you eject the magazine, I don't know if I'll be able to give it to you on video and show it to you, but there's a silver bar in here. It goes up probably almost, if not the whole length of the handle, and that's what it is. See? Because if I hold it right now, you can't really hear it. Alright? So that's what that is. So it just has a clunky feeling to me. Indication of what this weapon will be like? No. Because even with that, it can still fire and have no problems or malfunctions. But that was something that bothered me, and I had to find out what it was. I still don't actually know what that piece is and what its function is, what it does or anything like that. But if I could remove it, I would, but I don't think I can, because I think it has something to do with the magazine. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure. But that was another thing that I noticed, first impressions. Another thing was the etchings are kind of fuzzy looking. And when I say etchings, I mean, if you look at the writing on here, you look at the writing on the gun, they're like real fuzzy looking, and it just doesn't look like quality machine work. Again, is that any indication that you're not getting a quality firearm? No. So I'm not knocking the gun, I'm not tearing it down. I am simply mentioning things that I noticed when I first got it. I wrote them down, and I wanted to mention them in the video. Okay? Another thing is that the grips are slippery. This grip right here, extra slippery. If I was to keep this, I would definitely use some type of grip tape. They even have the rubber handle grips to go on this. This is a really slippery firearm. Does it change the functionality of it? Absolutely not. Does it make it less reliable? Absolutely not. But it is slippery. And they do have some attempt at grip on here, right here, and even on the front there's some type of attempt for some type of grip, but it fails miserably. So it doesn't help. You rarely feel it. It doesn't affect it in a positive way to where it would better your grip on this firearm. The slide serrations on here help to rack the slippery slide. Now the slide is not made of the same material as the handle, but the slide is made of, I don't even know what type of finish it is, but it's got a slipperiness but a grittiness to it as well. So in racking it, if you want to, you know what I mean, get it like that, you can grab it like that, you know what I mean. If you want to slingshot it, that works. And like I said, these grips on here, the serrations, help you to be able to grab it. If you tried to grab it up here, you can still get it, you know what I mean, but like I said, it's slippery, you know. So you definitely want to try to get a hold of those serrations, boom, right there, and rack it, you know, and get a nice slingshot action to it. And the slingshot is like you pulling back with this hand, pushing forward with that hand, so it's like, you know what I mean, like that. So you kind of want to get that type of action going to rack the slide. But there's more to that, and I'll let you in on that in a second. Just give me a second and I'll get through some parts of this video and then we'll talk about that. The trigger on here is really heavy and gritty. It doesn't feel smooth. The trigger just has a kind of a plasticky feel to it. It doesn't feel quality. It doesn't feel really smooth or you know, easy trigger pull or anything. And there's a little edge on the trigger that it'll probably, it kind of digs into your finger a little bit. It's just kind of like a hook. So that might actually get you some, depending on how you put your finger on the trigger. Didn't really like that, but it is what it is. This is a budget handgun, okay? No doubt about it. These are mass produced, and they're not going to be something that you're going to be like, oh, I got a pretty gun. It's going to be something that when the chips are down and your life is on the line and you need something to help preserve your life, save your life, family members' lives, or whatever, this, and you have nothing else, this is what you go to. This is the go-to, okay? Let's get that out in the clear, okay? So I'm not rating my likeliness or my first thoughts on beauty, because I knew going into it that this wasn't gonna be a beauty contest. But some people even feel the same way about Glocks. Some people say Glocks aren't a beautiful handgun, and that's okay, you know what I mean? Because when you come to saving your life or, you know, protecting your family, beauty is not, you know, gonna make a difference. You need reliability. That's all that matters, reliability. One thing that you are definitely gonna know about the High Point C9 is that it has a rugged design, okay? The design is built to last. It's built to really go wherever. Far as concealing, I would think personally this gun would be harder to conceal, just because it's labeled a compact, but to me this is not a compact. It's not a full size, but it's not a compact either. The weight it is probably the weight of my Glock 21 fully loaded. You know what I mean? And this doesn't even have rounds in the mag. It's heavy without rounds in the mag. So the weight it is would be a little heavy, I think, to carry on a consistent basis, to be a carry gun. The size of this, the thickness would be a lot for me, in my opinion, to carry as an everyday weapon. People who carry 1911s, people who carry 45 autos, you know, full size 45s, you might not think that. You might feel, you know, the weight of this is not that bad to where, you know what I mean, it's you know, too heavy to carry on a consistent basis. Me, I just couldn't carry this. This to me would be more of a like they call it a truck gun, or something you leave in the truck for emergencies, a backup weapon. You put it in your car, put it in your toolbox, put it in your fishing tackle box, put it somewhere to where, you know, if you needed a backup weapon, it would be there. You know what I mean? That's kind of what this is to me. I don't think I'd ever use this as an EDC. I don't think I'd ever really just use it as a carry gun. I'm pretty sure of that. Unless, of course, I was on a budget, I had no other weapons, and I needed it. Then of course you gotta do what you gotta do. So that is, you know, the purpose, I feel. The purpose of this gun is to appeal to the people who are on a budget. The people who can't afford 300, 400, 500, 600, and so on gun to carry, or, you know, at the time. So this definitely is that gun. It's that gun that you leave in your car and really forget about. If somebody, you know, broke into your car and stole this, you might be upset just because somebody took something from you, but you're not gonna be upset because you lost a $100 gun, $200 gun. You know what I mean? Compared to somebody break into your car, steal your 1911, and then you're like, damn, that was a $1,500 gun. You know, it's gone. Or somebody, you know, broke into your car, stole your Glock, and you're like, man, that's a $600 gun. I'm pissed. You know, so this gun right here is kind of fits in that category to me. Like I said, I just wanted to do first impressions of this gun, and like I said, so far it's heavy. It's real heavy, but I can't wait to get it to the range, test the reliability, see if I like it or not. And regardless of if it's reliable or not, I'm gonna buy it just to, you know, have it in my collection. You know, be like, oh, I got a High Point, you know what I mean, keep it in the collection. So I am going to keep it because High Point offered me, they gave me the opportunity to buy this gun from them, you know what I mean. So like I said, I'm not getting it for free. I'm not getting anything for reviewing this. It's just something that I wanted to review. I reached out to them, they hit me back, yeah, you can do it, we'll send you one, you know, let's make it happen. And I was like, word, you know, salute to you, because not a lot of companies out there are really dealing with, you know, the smaller channels as far as sending out product, you know what I mean, to be reviewed. And like I said, I didn't get it for free. I still have to pay for it if I want to keep it. So no problem in that. But I'll be taking it to the range. I'm gonna try to put a few hundred rounds through it, maybe more. I got 3 magazines. I got 2 8s and a 10. So I'm gonna put some rounds through it, and then I'm gonna see if it's reliable or not. Put it through the 500 round reliability test. Hopefully it passes that. And then I will hit you with my review video all after that and give you my, I guess, final thoughts on if I really like this gun, if I trust this gun, if this gun is reliable. But we out to the next one. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that easily by clicking on the AR-15 in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you're not following me on all my social media sites, then all you got to do is go into the description, click on every one of them links, and follow me on every one of my social media sites. But we out to the next one, people. Stay blessed.